5 early takeaways from DOJ's big Epstein files drop. The Justice Department on Friday announced the long-awaited release of an enormous tranche of Jeffrey Epstein files, spanning more than 3 million pages, which it said fulfilled its obligations under transparency legislation passed last year by Congress. The volume of documents related to the late convicted sex offender means sorting through everything is going to take some time. But here are some early takeaways. The key Trump mentions so far. President Donald Trump's name shows up a lot in the latest batch of files, which includes material ranging from investigative documents to emails to news clips. A few of the mentions stand out so far. First is an email chain from August 2025 in which an apparent FBI employee displays a list of apparently unsubstantiated tips involving Trump and Epstein, many of them quite salacious. Yellow highlighting is for the salacious piece. One official writes to explain how the allegations were being sorted. Trump has never been accused by law enforcement of Epstein-related wrongdoing, and he has denied engaging in any. The allegations appear to be unverified, and the officials note that some are second-hand information. The document notes that in many instances, there was no contact made with the individuals who sent in the allegations, or no contact information was provided. Some of the allegations were followed up on. One was sent to the FBI's Washington field office to conduct an interview, and another was deemed not credible, according to the document. There are also allegations made in the document against former President Bill Clinton, who has denied wrongdoing related to Epstein. 2 files featuring that particular email were later removed temporarily from DOJ's website, then restored. A DOJ official said the document had gone down, due to overload. It's not clear why officials created the list of allegations related to Trump last year. But the political sensitivities of Trump's proximity to Epstein, with whom he associated for years before Trump said he ended their relationship in the mid-2000s, were made abundantly clear last year when Trump at one point falsely denied having been told his name was in the files. Another email chain shows someone who appears to be Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's former girlfriend who was later convicted of child sex trafficking, strategizing with Epstein in 2011 about an accuser who worked at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort, and the two even discussing getting Trump involved. Epstein contacts a Trump associate who worked in Trump's hotel business and asks about details of the accuser's employment, hoping to dispute her account. "I thought you said not to involve Donald." An account labeled GMAX responds to Epstein. The details of the emails match the account of Virginia Giuffre, a prominent Epstein accuser whom Maxwell allegedly recruited from Mar-a-Lago in 2000. Draft indictment from 2000s included alleged co-conspirators. The big reason many have anticipated the release of the Epstein files for years is the prospect that they could identify others who participated in Epstein's crimes. Only Maxwell was charged, but many Americans think others participated. On Friday came a major sign that, at least at one point, prosecutors felt others could be charged. A much-anticipated draft indictment from the Southern District of Florida from the 2000s would have charged Epstein alongside what appear to be 3 others who were described as having been employed by Epstein. The individuals, whose names are redacted, are mostly described as facilitating appointments between Epstein and girls. The document describes all of them as having conspired to persuade, induce, and entice individuals who had not attained the age of 18 years to engage in prostitution. It's not the much-rumored client list that many have anticipated, despite that the Justice Department has denied it exists. But it is likely to lead to questions about who these people are and why they weren't ultimately charged. Epstein's sweetheart deal to avoid much more serious charges in the late 2000s. He pleaded guilty to a prostitution-related charges, is a major piece of this scandal. This will likely add to the complaints about a lack of full accountability and delayed justice. New questions about prominent figures including Lutnick and Musk. The new releases could create problems for a few others, including some prominent Trump allies who have sought to distance themselves from Epstein. Documents show Trump Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick in 2012 planning a trip to Epstein's island, years after when he said he had cut ties with Epstein. Lutnick in a podcast interview last year said he and his wife decided around 2005 never to associate with Epstein. But the 2020